it doesn't take a lot of brains to just repeat after me and make your profits. So, let's get to our trading today. Today I'm trading on cryptocurrencies and all the assets with the most optional movement pattern and payout percentage you can see in front of your eyes. Today I trade on the 1 minute time frame and I will open my first trade for $15. I made a preliminary analysis of the market and came to the conclusion that today we will understand and trade with you using the following strategy, which includes a fractal with a period of 5, Bollinger Bands with a period of 13 and a deviation of 2, and 2 RSI oscillators, the first with a period of 7, the second with a period of 15. We leave overbought and oversold areas unchanged. We will have them with values 70 and 30. As you trade, you'll understand how to navigate each indicator and each trade. I will try to explain in detail. Let's start analyzing, start trading, and choose the first asset in order to open the most optional deal. Here we can try to open the first position on the upside, but if I have further dynamics, will go a little bit lower. I will open an additional trade because I have the right this time. I always prefer to start trading this way. And here I have the main reference point. First of all, it's a good price structure level. We can see that the pre-reactions were in the movement. There was also a touch of the lower Bollinger Band. Actually, after that, we should have a reaction, and here we should be guided by the oscillator with a period of 7. We see a bounce from the oversold area. So in this case, I prefer to open a trade on the upside. There was a sharp jump in the downward movement. So I immediately catch this impulse and open immediately the second position. That's why I decided to open a trade on the upside. To open the first trade exactly half the amount of my starting balance, and in general the logic of entry remains exactly the same. I think I got a good level, and let's see how the second position ends. And the second position closed in plus without any problems. In fact, the first position should have closed in plus, but there was quite strong impulse, and unfortunately it was not possible to fix the profit at once. The next position is as follows. I will open on the maximum amount of balance. Let's continue and pick up the next asset. If you want to get free real money to your trading account right now, in the description of this video, I will leave a link to this trading platform, my friends. I trade here every day and I write a new promo that gives you real free money to the balance. You can use them for trading. It's best way for practice for beginners. And let's open here. I would probably prefer to open on the excess in the direction of the actual one. The dynamics of the trend. In general, here is a simple enough opening. We had a pullback earlier in the upward dynamics and touched the lower Bollinger Band. A fractal was formed, and then we again see the upward dynamics. So we need to catch a small pullback, for example, like this, and further movement. I assume that it should go up and opening on the upside. So look at the result. And the deal is closed in plus perfectly. First position I also open on the maximum amount of balance. Let's continue and pick up the next asset. Here the opening will be carried out at me on the rise. The entry point did not take long to wait, and just a good pullback has turned out here. And on this pullback, I will win back. Here I'm guided solely by the oscillator with a period of 15. And until it have not crossed the overbought area, the movement, in my opinion, in general character should go up. In general, a relatively good opening level. But it could be picked up a little bit better, yes. And in this case, in any case, in fact, in the case, here's the movement we have to go higher. About several seconds left before the end of the trade. Let's look. Here it is important to be guided by one oscillator because we can see that the reaction on in this moment took place exactly when its moving line reached overbought or oversold areas. That is, the lower oscillator should not be used here, and in this case I open a position on the upside on this pullback. Yeah, the deal is closed in plus. Let's change the balance amount, set the maximum value again, and let's choose the next entry point. Let's open a position on the downside here. But I will be guided more by the oscillator with a period of 15 in such moments. This is what we need here. And we can see that we haven't crossed the oversold area yet. It's just about to happen, and in general, this is the main reference point here based on this situation. So guys, let's watch the result. And the trade closes in plus perfectly. As a completion, we will open another position for the amount of $32. And in general, if the position will be closed in the negative, the profit of $120 for today's trading process, I'm completely satisfied. Let's continue the analysis and choose the final cryptocurrency. And in fact, the entry point did not take long to wait. In general, is quite possible further exit up. Of course, not quite well chosen entry point, that is, it was necessary to open exactly on the very touch, yes. That is on the impulse of the previous candle. But in general, let's see the result. We have an update of the structural global minimum and moving lines. The oscillators are showing a reversal in momentum, yes. And in general, we have a good level of reaction here. So let's look at the result. And the position is closed in plus. That's great. That's even better. More profit for today's trading process. That's great. Let's log in and let's move on to the conclusion. The amount of today's profit will be $180 from 15. Withdrawal operation is successfully completed. This is a trade we have today with the use of this bunch of indicators. Today was quite difficult to move and did not show clear signals that you can 100% open positions. I will definitely do it in one of the next shoots, in one of the next trades. That is, if you have any question, in the description under the video you can always find the link to my Telegram and ask any question you want. I will try to help everyone. And guys, have a good day and see you soon.